What's going on, everybody? Here at 187 Customs, we're doing our second giveaway, and this time you have a chance to win my 2017 LT4 Supercharged Silverado and $10,000 cash. So not only are they gonna give my truck away, but first they're gonna put a 6.2 liter in it along with a Circle D converter. From now until December 31st, every dollar you spend at themurdernova.com gets you an entry to win this truck and $10,000.
So we just got to Brazil to go to Vela Park this weekend, and our first stop, of course, was to FuelTech and their brand new state-of-the-art facility that they have here, and we can't wait to check it out.
It's a little bit bigger than the last place.
Yes. Yeah, no, the last place was the definition of work with what you got.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man. I can't imagine this place being all underwater. How high was it in here? Oh, you can kind of see, can't you?
6 feet.
Wow.
6 feet.
Even more, like a 6 and something.
Uh-huh. Man, this place is nice. This is the giveaway car, right?
So Anderson just did a giveaway, something like what we're doing right now, down here in Brazil.
Yeah.
And you actually gave it away. Like you drew the winner.
Last Saturday.
Yeah, just last week.
Yeah.
So he's been down here an extra week just to do the giveaway.
Yeah.
And the guy was like 200 miles away only. So
Wow.
it was easy to, he didn't even sleep and drove just come
That's
by
awesome.
8 a.m. he was here to get.
That's
cool.
awesome.
And we do Sunday morning events here. Like it's this once a month. So it's like a
Kind of like a cars and coffee type deal.
We call FuelTech and Chimarrón.
Yeah, the drink that you drink, like on his shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's where we got, like this last weekend, I think we counted 3,500 people.
Yeah. Wow.
And then we have like cars filling up here and on the parking lot and a lot of people. It's a cool car.
Yep. Pretty cool.
This was restored by the same shop that did the Go. There's like 9 coats of paint.
They do good.
Yeah.
So a lot of people may not realize, but this place was completely flooded. Like Anderson said, 6 feet of water. Like here's pictures of it. Like these are these bays right here. Is Anderson's Ferrari, his DeLorean. All right here.
Look at that.
It's crazy.
Unbelievable. And this was after it had went down, look, a couple feet.
Yeah. Yeah. It was very devastating down here.
Yeah. Especially they had just got this whole place done.
Yeah.
Water line.
Yeah, look. This shows everything.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
So welcome to Brazil. Just got here.
Yeah.
It's nice to see you guys back 5 years after.
5 years. We had such a good time the first time we came that we knew we would come back. We just didn't know that it was going to take 5 years.
Man,
It seemed like 5 years ago.
No, we had a pandemic, we had the flood here, so
lots
much
of stuff since then.
Yeah, lots of stuff since then. But it was, I would say, Brazil changed, like the racing people, they changed their mind after that race, because the amount of people, the energy of the event, or how cool it was, you and Dave and everyone really enjoying. I mean, you guys definitely did a huge part of the history in the Brazilian racing, and I'm sure you guys remember, have good memories. That.
And that's what is going to make this trip so tough. I was just explaining to Phantom yesterday that I don't think that I can top my first experience.
It's hard,
you know what I mean? So whenever we got to ride, drive old Danger's car,
he has it.
Rodrigo.
Yeah.
Whenever we got to drive that car, I don't know that I could ever top that experience. So whenever you guys reached out to me and said that you guys wanted me to race another car, I was kind of like, that's the first car I've ever jumped in that was not mine.
I know.
And raced. It's not just something that I do. And now thinking about how much fun that I had in that Opala, I'm not real sure it could be topped.
I know, but we will try.
We're gonna try. We're gonna give it all we got. But
at the same time, you already know a lot about the country. We know better. We know each other better. People does really admire you even more. So I think at the same time it will be a different experience. It will be a different time, and I'm sure we're going to have. And we're proudly bringing you to our new facility as well. That's definitely going to be a different experience from last time.
Oh, for sure. The first time we went to the smaller place, where you guys did more with less. And the only thing that we've seen this on is, we saw the grand opening and we saw all the videos of that, and then shortly after, all the flooding.
And we had, just to show you, we still have some flood marks here. We obviously been few months only after the flood. And we have a few pictures here that is represents, because that's one thing. When that happened, we decided not to hide or not to forget.
Don't forget it.
This is an important aspect of our history, and we know where we want to be. So this was like an event, a Sunday event that we do. Usually this busy and at night, and this is how far the water came.
Unbelievable.
And then you have like the outside view. Pretty much the water was like about 10 feet on the street. And going over. The first day we were entering, it was so high you could not enter from the first floor. You need to walk through the roof and getting there. Myself and how we shifted them. We had some. This is like the first issues like 20 plus years ago.
Oh wow!
And, pretty much was everything done through me.
This is what was like in that little red car that you had in the back that you said was the first one. Is this it?
Yeah,
the first one that you put FuelTech in?
No, not that car, but that has the first FuelTech. I did that car in a to remember that. And that car is the one I sold to donate for the employees.
This one right here is?
Yes.
Really?
And it happened that the Brazilian that bought it imported to Brazil. And the car just arrived, so I asked him to keep the car for a few weeks so he can display and everyone can see.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Then we have some celebration.
Yeah, I got another one of those coming here pretty soon somewhere.
I don't think he knows.
Yeah.
No?
We got you a trophy for us winning the championship.
No.
Yeah.
That's
so
awesome.
it'll be in the mail.
Yeah.
It's in the mail. I think.
Yeah.
Then we have another part of the history is like second generation FT400. That was when we tried to convince Eric Miller to run FuelTech, but it wasn't enough at the time.
Yeah.
This is a few even before, some prototypes and real prototypes of the logo or the case, how we were thinking at the time. And these are the actual real first and second FuelTech ever. The actual ones. I can even not name that a FuelTech. That was. It was like just controlling one fuel injector, one additional fuel injector on a carburetor car.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
And here we have, these are some items that was inside of a car here. One of the cars that was flooded. and we left like how it was. Everything came like this. It was hard
I bet.
to remove. To
Yeah, get it all off.
Yeah. So here's like first products, 2003, like the first race car we had.
So we talked about this earlier. How long have we been with FuelTech? 13 years?
Since 2013 or 14.
Yeah, 13 or 14.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know the timeline for whenever we get to it, you know?
In my memory, correct me if I'm wrong, but I was at Proline. John Scara on the call from Big Chief.
Yep.
And he was asking to get a new Big Stuff 3 for your car.
Yep.
And then because you were struggling or having damaged engines or something like
Yeah,
that.
because it was big stuff.
And then John asked him, hey, wait a second. He asked me, hey, there's a few guys here in the TV show that he wants to run, that wants a new issue. Can I offer them? If you, oh yeah, sure.
Yep.
And then
Chief was actually one of the first ones in the U.S. to
Yeah.
have it on his car. I think Larry Larson was the first, correct?
Yeah,
Larry Larson was
yeah.
the first,
Oh,
and then I think at the same
Weeks.
time,
I
within
was-
weeks.
Yeah, and then I think we shipped the one for your car. You got pretty much quickly running. We helped it, and then next week Chief called and say I want one for my car. So
Yep. I think his actually came in first, right?
I don't remember.
yeah,
I know that original FT500 out of his car is still going, and
Oh, yeah?
another twin turbo big block car. Though.
No, send to me. I'll send you a replacement one.
We got.
Well, the guy just won a race last weekend with
Oh,
him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
So
Yeah. It's a
everything's
buddy of
fine.
ours.
That needs to be here.
It's a buddy of ours, you
Yep.
know?
That needs to come back here.
Well, if you want to make that happen, we can probably make it
yeah.
happen. He doesn't care. You
No.
know what I mean? He's just a buddy of ours that he knew that we had a old one laying around, and he got it all working on his car, and he took it out, 2 weekends ago on the
2
street?
weekends ago.
yeah.
On the street in a 66,
68, I think, El Camino. 67 or
68 El
68.
Camino, and on a small tire.
Because some of this, for example, this particular issue, well, the company had like 4 employees, 3 employees, and I was assembling pretty much everything by myself. And there was in December 2003, a girl called, and I picked up the phone, and she was like, I want to give my boyfriend a FuelTech. And then she asked how much, and I say the retail pricing. She didn't ask for a discount. That was the first ever sale I had.
Wow.
The retail price, I was like surprised. I was like trying to not feel so, show that I was excited.
Yeah. Of course you're going to play retail.
Yeah. Then she came and she asked me, can you do this startup screen, a message like I love you, Fernando, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And then I turned it on and did that message and gave to her.
Yeah.
That's cool.
14 years later, guy from tech warranty department called me and say, one of my employees called me and say, Anderson, there's something really specific here. We got an issue in the box with a specific message.
And that was it?
That was brand new, never used it. This is it. This is it.
They never used
They
it.
never used it.
Oh man.
And then we called the guy. It was actually the guy who say, oh, that is not even my girlfriend anymore.
He kept the gift though.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
And then we asked, would you be fine if we replace you by a newer model, and we keep that because of the.
Yeah,
Say,
that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk to him.
We'll talk to him. He won't care at all, especially if he gets an upgraded,
Yeah.
a better one. He
Yeah.
won't care at all.
And then
We don't mean nothing to him.
No.
He's just a buddy of ours.
Yep.
this is like the first employees, how pretty much started the company in the
Yeah.
first location, and this is how like every product started going, like 2006, 9. When we start trying to get into the US market in 2009, PRI show.
Yeah.
This is the first car we tried in US, never went to the racetrack. And then we pretty much got the 5400, 2011. Expanding for the other products from the product line. We had a relationship with Racepack at the time.
Yep.
We got the previous building, and the first building we thought that will take care for 10 years.
Yeah.
And 4 years later we had the second and third and fourth building besides, and we're connecting buildings. The 500 obviously.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
the first one that we had right
Yep.
there.
Yeah. Then and that's where between here when I met Eric Dillard and when one of his clients, Roderja, right, Busato, he bought the 2 promos from him from Proline, and then he said call Eric, and I want to have FuelTech on those. But I did some research and figured like we could not do everything Big Stuff was doing with the FT400 there. And then I told my friend, say, no man, we don't have the technology, but give me 2 years. We're working on something which will be the 500. So we pretty much pivoted the 500 project and changed how we were designing to actually match.
It took 2 years?
No, actually it took 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, we actually, then when Eric came to deliver the cars here in Brazil, he got to Velopark and Speed, the other racetrack from Sydney, and he got impressed because 95% of the cars were running FuelTech.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, maybe these guys know something.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then a few months later, he called me. I went to US, and that's where we started a relationship and testing the products and engineering on the dyno, Chris Fullis engineering, then Keith Berry and
Yep.
Larson,
Yeah.
Yep.
pretty much all that. Then we got an HRA approval, was the first.
Yeah.
It was for us, the approval letter was really important. Accepted, and we were champion first year. Then we
Of
had
course.
Yep.
the 600, the FT Spark. Remember 2017, everybody was using magnetos.
Yeah.
Now now you don't see anymore.
No, FT Sparks only.
And not that it was just us, but we were like, why are people still using magnetos? It's like 50-year-old
Because back
technology.
then, but even whenever those first came out, that people were like, yeah, but you're not going to get the spark that magneto
Yeah.
does, you know.
Yeah.
And I never had a magneto on anything. I just, before this came out, I just ran a distributor.
But you were running gas, right?
Yes, race gas.
On the methanol, you had to do.
I had it on Q16.
Yes.
Yeah,
Q16.
yeah, and that's another reason why methanol became more popular earlier, because nobody was realizing alternatives to a magneto.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, so then we had
Then the switch panels?
Yeah, the injectors, all our products, and then Nanopro, and then 700s, which we had the display units here.
Yeah.
Took it out, and now I have another.
Yes, to keep going.
Yeah, and to keep going here to show more of
Yeah.
the
Cool.
history.
I mean, pretty much we have everything in the cars from that 2015 panel on
Yeah.
down to the
And half
2000.
From the 14 panel.
Half of our
500.
Oh yeah,
we
the
don't
products.
have that at the same
Not
right
anymore,
now. We do.
but we've
Yeah.
had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we use the dual power drivers for electronic wastegates. I've got an FT expander on my truck. The injector drivers we've got on everything. Switch panels are in both Novas.
DGT stuff.
Yeah.
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 FT injectors,
Yeah.
everything.
Yep. Now I always like looking at the wall. You know.
Oh,
the
of
wall
the history?
upstairs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I think
cool.
it's cool, man. To look back. I mean, honestly.
We could do something like that with our
after-
stuff too, man. We should, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a road, dude.
I know.
Think about it.
Most of our parts will all be broken.
Yeah, but that's part of it.
I see why people like working for them.
Yeah.
I feel like I talk about this. We talk about this a lot at RamJack too, about
Definitely.
how they treat their employees, and him talking about helping he sold some of his personal cars that was FuelTech history
Yeah.
to help them out with the flood victims that actually work for him. Anderson knows how important it is for his employees to be happy.
Man, they got their own cafeteria.
I know.
When we put in a cafeteria in the shop?
I don't know, man. Look, I just
Or at least have Aaron
I don't
come out there and
treat
cook
my
for us
guys-
or
I don't
something.
treat my guys the way that they treat.
The level we were.
Yeah.
But it's pretty healthy.
No.
So we try to keep.
Everybody, yeah. You gotta keep your
There's a lot of food. But one of the hardest part here was the fridge. Was when the flood came down.
yeah.
Fridge was when we opened. Like we had like 60 people working in here. 40 had to leave because they could not handle.
Couldn't handle it.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able
Aaron
to.
would have been one of those
I
people that
would've-
left.
She did.
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
Sean would have touched it and
Yeah, I would have been like, I think this is still good.
yeah, here, let me taste it.
Yeah, but that was bad.
Cool. It's good.
She's gonna start right now.
And yeah, this is the main reception, and obviously still fixing and getting it done. And then this
Terrarium over there.
that's where we were arriving with the boat, so you could see.
Oh, that's where they were
That's where
nosing
the
up with
boats
the boat.
docked up?
Yeah.
Wow.
And there's a particular video, and the water was like here, this high, and you had
You had to duck down and
Leonardo actually hit his head really high on a video.
Oh man.
Who did?
Leonardo.
Oh, yeah.
And that video got like 1 million views.
Everybody likes to see somebody get
That's
hurt.
why you should always have the cameras rolling, man. Hey, because if things don't go right,
Yeah.
People,
be a banger.
people always like when we hit our heads on the lift.
Yeah.
that's right. It's always a banger when something goes wrong.
Yeah.
And then this is Leonardo's office. The boss.
It's been a while since I've seen him. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. How are you?
Good. You?
How's things going?
Good.
How's it
Hey,
going, man?
how are you doing?
Good.
Good. Good to see you guys. Hello, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Good to see you.
Hello.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to
Leo.
meet you.
So Leonardo is
Welcome, guys.
Yeah, good to be here.
Leonardo
I knew we'd be back at some
business
point.
partner
Yeah, sure.
and the CEO for FuelTech Brazil.
Yep.
Runs the operation, everything here.
Yeah, I remember him from last time we were here.
Yeah.
Things going good?
Doing good. Yeah.
It's settling down a little bit after the flood. huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're doing good. Yeah. Nothing to complain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
And the
very-
new building's killer. I like it.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same office, but in a different layout.
Yeah.
If you remember. So that was in 2019, right?
Yes, 2019.
5 years
Yeah,
ago.
5 years.
Yep.
Exactly.
Almost to the date.
Yeah, almost. We were here the 5th
Oh, yeah.
last time doing all
It
this.
just came up on her.
Oh, yeah.
On her.
Uh-huh.
That's cool. Cool. Let's continue the
Yeah, welcome guys.
Great to see you, man.
Yeah, great to see
I'm
you.
sure we'll see you at the track, right?
Yeah, sure.
Have you seen the videos of them riding those?
Yes, I have.
Dude, it's insane. There's no way.
I know. I wouldn't do it.
Ah, you need to ride now. Now it's cool. That is like meeting room. And, one funny story about this building. This building had what used to be a large hydraulic pump manufacturer.
Mhm.
For many years, they were one of the biggest automotive industries in Brazil, and they were huge. Like, and when 3-4 years of FuelTech, I don't know exactly how, but I came in this meeting room with the owner of everything, and they were discussing investing or diversing into other companies and small companies.
Wow.
It was cool, but I was so impressive in walking to this building, and it was like never imagined.
Yeah.
over that.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
And then they didn't adapt it well for the electric steering systems, and they pretty much bankrupted a few years later. And this building left like hundreds of unemployed people, and it was a big pain for the city or the country to have the state to have this building vacant, and nobody was. It was also the memory when we got the building and made everything up beautiful again. It was like a huge thing for the city as well.
Yeah.
A lot of people remember that.
So the
company.
city actually owns this building?
No, it's a private
Okay.
owned. Yeah.
I
But,
knew that you said that it was
yeah.
it's better for the company to rent.
Yeah.
But I just didn't know who owned it.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have different applications: drift, bike, off-roads.
Yeah.
This is different in Brazil. We do really have like maybe 90% of market share of everything
Yeah.
racing related. In US is usually, oh, that's a drag racing issue. Oh no, that's a circuit racing.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, you're also, like you said, there's a big lake here.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
within an hour to
Yeah.
the ocean.
Oh, yeah.
So I would imagine that the water sports is
But there's another factor. Water sports are not so big in Brazil because
as they are in America.
Yes.
Because I know you guys are starting to do a whole lot
Yeah.
of jet skis.
Correct, but in Brazil, not many people can afford that. Is let's say it's a different because I would say one thing in Brazil different than America. In America, you can have a guy that works at a 7-Eleven having a race car.
Because he drives it every day.
Yeah, well, not only that,
Yeah.
but he
Yeah.
can afford to go racing and have a race car. He does in his garage. He makes enough money to support a race car. In Brazil, is almost likely you have to be a business owner and you have to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's a very smaller percentage of the population actually can afford to have a race car.
Yeah.
So that's why industry is so much smaller, because the let's say salaries are not so, it's so much abroad between when you start in a company where you actually become like a manager, it's like 10-20 times.
Well, then what made you get into it? I mean, a person who's as smart as you are, who has the brain capacity that you have, why? Like, obviously, there's people like Elon Musk, who I'm gonna go ahead and just put him on his brain level.
So pretty
You know
much
what I
the
mean?
same, pretty much the same.
I 100% agree with
Yeah.
that, and I 100% believe that. But you went to vehicles where he goes to space. You know what I mean? I don't believe that he's any smarter than Anderson.
Yeah.
What made you get into automotive?
Passion, because
Just because you love cars?
Yeah, it's not about money, because you know, if you, I think if you learn how to be happy with how much you have, no matter if you're a billionaire or you live day by day. So I never really went into this because of money. I went because of the challenge, because of I'm really passionate. And it ends up that's usually when you're more successful, because if you only chase money, usually you don't succeed.
Well, yeah, look at the stuff that you're doing now. You know, like even whenever you first got the Corvette and you're over there just tearing into their stuff, trying to make your stuff adapt to their stuff. I'm going, Jesus, man.
I remember we went up there and he's
remember all them wires?
Yeah.
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 They were everywhere. And he was like,
I am a
and
wire,
he
and I
said,
was
I'll
like,
get it. He said, I'll get it, you know, and he did,
Yeah.
you know, so that's the stuff that keeps him doing what he's doing.
And sometimes, I'm sure you didn't imagine when you went to Pink's all out, or when you guys started like the first shows or racing.
No, we did it because this is what we liked.
Yeah.
This took our mind off of our everyday jobs.
Yeah, but that's a common sense between successful people where they actually succeed is because they love.
Do what they love.
Then here we have financial department. Pretty much, it's way more complex than US, because you have a lot of taxations and hundreds of different taxes, and it's really more complex. I would say the same thing we were doing in the US with 2 people. We need 17.
Wow.
As complex as it really is. Here we have coffee machine.
This place is nice.
Coffee machines over here.
I have some international Monza.
Monza got his own room right here. Look at that.
Yeah.
Here's the owner of the Vitara. Eles gostaram do teu Vitara lá.
You like my Jeep?
Hey, how are you? Yeah, I like it. He called it a Jeep.
Yep.
No, that's not a Jeep.
Yeah.
Everything is a Jeep here.
Yeah, it's called a Sidekick at home. Suzuki Sidekick. You can't find them in good shape anymore. People beat them up and use them as river rats.
Yep.
You know?
Hunting wagons.
Yeah, hunting wagons and things like that. So it's really cool, man. I like it.
You want coffee?
You want coffee? This is what you've been waiting for.
I know, this is what I've been waiting for.
Well, get some. Look how little the cup
I
is.
know.
Anderson's been waiting for too.
I
Yeah.
need to drink as much coffee as I drink
As much what?
coffee.
That too.
Yep.
There's a marketing department.
Marketing?
Yeah. So marketing, all the apparel development also made here, the traffic, the paid advertising.
Good. How are you guys?
Those memes always kill me. The little guy.
Cool.
It's a little bigger than our marketing department.
Yeah. Bigger than all of our departments.
Yeah.
Here's the sales team here.
How are you guys?
Good
afternoon.
Yep.
So if someone calls and wants a FuelTech, this is who they get a hold of here? Yep.
In Brazil, yes. In Brazil and from Europe, Brazil, South America is in here. And then from Australia, Middle East, and is going here to US.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Bom trabalho, entendeu? Media here, the editing, video editing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're department.
Is this your office?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's also the same. And we do ends up.
I like how they write on the walls and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
When you have an idea, you need to write it down right then, or you forget it, like we do.
Yes.
Sales coordinator. Then here's the art design and R&D. Pretty much everything that carries the brand or the interface or. Oh, this was the book. Posso mostrar o livro pra ele?
Oh, sure.
This was the book I did.
Yeah.
But then.
And all of them got messed up.
Yes.
Assinado por você e pelo Fontolano.
Do you have it in English?
Not yet. I
No.
had to do, but it was in March we released it and May.
And in May, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Are you gonna do it in English?
I probably, yeah. Sometimes I feel it's hard to get
That might be the
interest
first book I
everywhere.
ever read.
So design, like say all the products, the development, all the graphics, arts, and everything.
Yeah.
These guys.
That's cool.
And
Yeah.
then this is the engineering teams. So this is pretty much every island is a team, a specific team. Then some are, let's say, working on the 700 projects. Some other teams are working on the previous issues or other future products, or the electrification department as well. So pretty much we split between.
Bunch of young, smart people.
Yep.
You know, yesterday we interviewed. It happened that I was here and I finally interviewed with the management. 3 people. It was like 3 very, very smart young kids. It was like amazing how it's nice when you find people motivated, so smart, and you put them in the right position. And one girl, she was so smart, but she didn't realize she doesn't see herself into specific job, but we could see her, and she was even, let's say, the salary asking was wrong. She was
Asking too little?
too little, yeah. Because it looks like even her dad was kind of putting her down, and it was like interesting. It was like we could see that. I was like, man, this girl will be huge.
Good asset.
Yeah. So this all the development, the testers, 700. This team is responsible also for because the manufacturing and testing of the products is a very complex operation. For example, this is automated.
Just putting that bad boy together, man.
Made for the 700. So this is completely designed by us. All the boards, even the pump here to generate vacuum and pressure. So to test
This
the map
is what
sensor.
you hook up to test everything on it?
Yes, then you hook up because it's so complex, the product. You can do a manual test, like trying to simulate and test every input and output.
Yeah.
I refute you
Without having a race car there.
Yeah, it will take like 1 hour per unit. This can do like in 2 minutes.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
And can really validate better than if you try to do manual.
So how many of these do you have?
3, 2 downstairs and 1 here. But these almost take as much as developing the actual product to develop a tester.
Yeah, I bet.
As crazy it sounds. And even how we actually test the contacts. So pretty much this is where they develop, because we develop the test products in-house. It's almost like we develop our own tools as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's nobody knows better.
Yeah, nobody else is gonna have something.
Does better than that. And that's how we can also scale, because we can really manufacture so many products. We're really consider large volume for our industry. Pretty much every team here does their specific or their own their team's projects.
Yeah, pretty cool.
One thing we were questioning is how the flood will affect us in terms of expansion or growth. And at the first we thought that will be limiting us to growth and hiring people and other stuff, but now we realize that we need to move even faster and bring new product lines. We anticipated the 700 we invested really a lot to bring and start delivering it. So right now we're hiring about 20 new engineers. We got about 8 the last few weeks, and we need to still find another 12. But the good thing is in Brazil, we're a place a lot of people wants to work for.
Oh, I'll bet.
And we usually...
I was just fixing to say that.
Yeah, it was for, let's say, every 10 positions we hire, we usually get like 5,000, 7,000 people applying for the job. So that's why we have like a 15 people HR department that has to really pick the best ones or do the best.
So this guy here just got lucky that you hired him.
Yeah.
Huh? He said he's been working for about a year.
Oh, wow.
Then the IT department and server and stuff. Really, obviously, there's a lot of, especially artificial intelligence or processes and management, because ends up we have 210 employees here, and see how many computers and networks, and security is very important as well.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Tech support guys here.
There's really nobody else even on y'all's level right now.
In your work?
Anywhere.
Yeah, maybe.
Like as far as ECUs and stuff go, there's not.
I think we got around technology everyone else. Very. Obrigado. For him, pra ele.
What's that? Ooh. Okay.
It's the drink.
Go slow because it may be hot.
He said go slow. I'm not the only one. We're all gonna try this.
Nope, you're the one.
Don't what? Don't
stir it?
No. The first one is very strong as well. you get all the green stuff.
And what does this do? Give you energy?
Yes, a lot of caffeine.
Yeah.
It's like
Supposed to try some.
But what's it called?
Chimarrão.
See?
Yeah.
Do you know what it's called now?
Is it like tea?
It's a little
Like
hot.
green tea with hot water.
It's pretty warm. Don't just suck it in.
What?
It's base, maybe
warm.
hot.
Oh, that's nice.
It's like a green tea, no
Yeah.
sugar, but the kids.
I drink black tea.
Yeah, and the kids.
Oh yeah,
the
she
kids add
drinks black
sugar.
tea a lot.
Yeah.
So
Kids usually add sugar when you're a
yeah.
kid.
No, I like
it?
It's hot.
Nope, I'm good.
No, go.
I had my coffee. I had coffee. I'm
It's a
good.
tradition
And?
here.
All right, it's a tradition.
It's not bad. It's just like a tea.
No, it's not bad at all. It's just really hot. Yeah, it's like unsweet tea.
I'm gonna drink
Yeah.
it. I'll drink it.
So it's just super
What's
hot.
all this though? Okay.
That's like foam on a Starbucks cup, right? Basically, it's just for looks. The stuff on top, or what?
It's actually halfway to the end,
Oh, okay.
so pretty much. But obviously, the top will never been used.
How many of these do you drink? Do you drink these every day?
I drink one of these every day,
Every day?
every morning. Yeah, usually.
Does it like clean your system out and stuff?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
okay.
diuretic.
Diuretic.
Diuretic. Yeah.
Antioxidants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll clean me
Yeah,
out.
it's like a tea.
It's a tea.
It's a tea.
Yeah.
It's like a mate.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drink it then.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Turning over a new leaf.
Yep. He's all about trying new things.
That's right. He is.
I thought, my taste buds have changed over the years. Not for this though.
And then here's the repairs. So it's separate from manufacturing. Pretty much every product that needs a repair or refresh, testing.
Yep.
You see, it's usually ladies.
Yeah.
They're more precise
Yeah, I'll
than,
bet.
than
I'll bet.
guys.
Yeah.
This is a quality control, purchasing department. Some of these.
They're definitely more patient.
Oh, yeah.
And can
Yes.
look at all that. Patience is probably pretty big in that.
First, we had pretty much inventory all in horizontal, but obviously because of the flood, now we're actually going to do everything vertical on that side. So everything will be like
Yeah.
10 feet up,
Yeah.
and we're going to have forklifts to
Just in case.
just in case, because we're not, let's say if that ever happens again, we still have 36 hours to prepare before
Oh, you'll know?
you will know it, because it's really it's like it takes up to 3 days before we will know that it will happen, or a day, 2 days before at least, and then we can move pretty much inventory stuff.
She's gonna start drinking it every day.
At least take one and have on your.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, we're gonna for sure take it.
I'll show you how you do it later. Basically,
I'll show you how
to
you do it.
prepare.
Yeah.
Then you have halfway of the green, the matcha here, and then you put like to the side and just make like you just like, let's say I will put your hand here and just you turn to the side, so you will be just on that area here.
Okay.
Then you put a straw and just pour water. That's it. Now I'll show you.
I haven't had a tea since we left.
So we actually really adjusted the space here to become like a show area. Some cars. We got an idea of opening a door from the store, because we have all the stuff over there. So you can have like pretty much like not a museum, but a show for everyday people, because we're so close from the airport. A lot of people actually they fly in for the area,
Swing by here.
and swing by here. So
That's cool.
especially if you're a car guy, we're almost like a tourist. We're like tourist
Yeah, for sure.
area.
For sure.
Here's some of the flood marks as well. Right? So here's one thing we're going to do here. We're going to level up this up and open those walls, because the really large machinery is in that after that wall, and we're having a rescue escape with the machine here if we ever need to remove, so we can actually bring it through here and have it all open. So the same as you have like a fire mark or a fire plan.
Yeah, fire
we have
escape.
a flood plan to prevent something.
Nice and cool.
Yeah. So here's where this is the final process of the manufacturing. Let's start from the start. Okay. This is an assembly line that we got borrowed. They let us use the Fuji of Japan and Fuji of Brazil, which is the manufacturer. They were very nice to us to try to help with what happened, because we just had the assembly line here that we lost everything.
Yeah.
This was, so the motor went through this, and this particular one here.
Yeah. You can see everything inside.
Yeah. And we tried to fix, but it's really impossible to fix so much. This particular machine we had it for 2 months, and that's like a $300,000 machine.
Man.
And
Look at it all.
yeah, so it's so, in fact, so much the shell, the surface, everything. So it's here. The way you can clean that up more.
So what will you do with these? Will you ship these back to the manufacturer, or are they just junk?
That's junk now. We were considering, we tried to fix or start replacing some of the boards and some. Then we realized that if you buy one of the machines in parts, it's more expensive than buy a new one. And we still don't have it new.
Yeah.
So we thought in maybe pulling some parts off, but right now it's just sitting here. Actually, because everything, pretty much everything is sitting here now.
Yeah, you'd be chasing problems forever.
Yes, and this is so, that's another thing, this has to be so precise. It's like a CNC.
Yeah.
Technically it's even more precise than a CNC. And then, so this is the replacement line for our assembly line. The one good thing is with the opportunity of buying everything new, you always do an upgrade. So the new assembly line will be even longer, so we need to put that wall down and then go extra feet over there. And then we're going to have the absolutely top of the line assembly line. Then that will even speed up the process and improve the quality and everything. But basically now here, so this is like a feeder, and just every board comes here. This is a machine that actually applies the soldering paste on the specific pads for the board. Then the board goes for this is what we call pick and place. It picks every resistor here, capacitor, everything. So and it places exactly where it has to go. And that does like 30,000 per minute or so.
And that's the stuff you used to do by hand.
Yes. Wow. But the technology obviously was.
Yeah.
But vamos dar uma aí. Podemos fazer uma. Nossa. Por baixo. Aqui agora. Hã? Quer fazer aquele vídeo agora? Qual? Eu preferi esse como segurando as placas. Ah, pronto. So pretty much right now, this is being the temporary production line. It doesn't have the connection between them, so we had to do some of the stuff manual. But the actual production line will be straight. So then this is a board that puts the USB connector. So pretty much it picks up one part that's like processor.
Ah, yeah.
Everything is in there, and it picks up, laser adjusts the position and place exactly where it has to go. It's actually assembling one of that.
And that's what it'll look like when it's done?
Yes, because this is like 20 or 30 700s USB ports. So they cut this layer and becomes multiple products. So pretty much placing everything there, and then it goes here. And this is the oven. And the oven is like 12 zones, and the oven has to have like a specific curve. Then they cut it, becomes like that particular product. And then the oven comes to the oven. The oven is pretty much like it has to reach some temperature, cool down at a certain time, and once it goes out here, it has for the 3D scanning imaging inspection. So this will indicate the operator here is anyone that's red. Indicates it's either tilted or not enough soldering or some possible problem.
And then do they fix it by hand or do they send it back through?
Depends on the case, but they can inspect or even do a false alert. And this is pretty much the products. So for example, so this is the point. 25 people here.
Two of them?
Two of them. Yeah. And then all these small parts they have in here. It's inserted here. Wow. And then
how much more complicated is this one right here than the first one that you ever built?
No, it's the parts itself, the resistors. It's like 500 times larger before.
Yeah.
So now, but you see here, this is a resistor. You see?
Yep.
These small pieces of resistor.
I mean, I don't see it. I see what he's pointing at.
Then I can show you probably an older board here that has those. So here, let me show before. So pretty much this, we're deciding what to do, but there is a little bit direction. So for example, this is also stuff we lost. This is stuff we lost. You see this?
Yeah.
The holes. This is for two ECUs, the two 550s, for example. This is for the fuel 550s. Then this actually goes almost like a silk machine that put this on top of the
Like for screen printing for t-shirts.
Yeah, and then he applies only on those holes the solder paste. Then
Oh
it goes
yeah,
for the
that's
next
basically what it is. It's a
Yeah.
screen printer.
Yeah. This is one of the. If you wanna, I can take that if you want. This is one of the departments that were one of the heaviest. It's the lowest department of the company, so this had over really higher water than every other department. And this is where we do very specific applications like the jet skis, plug and place, some of the harnesses like smaller portions, and because the biggest harnesses are made in that company close by us, but it's a third party that does
And they're
it.
probably not waterproof like all these, right?
No, these are new production. Pretty much what we had here was lost. Yeah. No, once it is, after connected, it's waterproof, but not like this.
Yeah. That's one of the trashed ones. Oh man, all these are. Look, they even had some in it.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't
No,
this what they
that's,
built? Is this part of the machine?
That's part of the machine.
That sucks. I need to hurry up and get these out of here. This is a lot of floor space.
Yeah.
Are you? Good. Thank you.
Finishing the 7 ounce. Quer tirar foto?
Pode ser? Posso tirar o jaleco?
Why we used all that?
Yeah.
Which, you know, it's the same stuff.
It's
click
this-
into it.
yeah.
How cool is that, man? Like, this is really the one that we need. Where's the drag race feature?
Yep.
Yeah, so
The calibration for TPS.
Yeah. Man, cool. Yeah, we can't wait till we get one.
Yeah. So we're starting delivering today, actually.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
cool, man.
And today is the first official delivery day. We're going to be delivering on the dinner tonight. I think
Yep.
at 40 units.
Yeah.
For the guys that actually the Brazilians one here, and in US we'll start delivering in beer shop.
Now, are they going to have to rewire their cars, or is there
No, they plug right in. They don't even have an adapter.
he'll fix it.
Yeah. So these two connectors are the same as the 600. Wow. So you start whatever you had wired, it runs. Then if you want to add more stuff, you add more wiring. But the map sensor, USB, GPS, this is a camera inputs. So you can hardwire camera inputs to this.
That way I can back up and see you guys.
And then you can have on a data log.
That's cool.
The product, the first batches actually take a little longer because you need to adapt them an assembly line and do some revisions. So
Yeah, a lot. Change a lot of things.
Oh, there's a 700 plus.
plus is here. So basically it's the same bag, just the spring is larger.
Wow.
That's
I'd be fine with the littler one.
So these ones are actually waiting for the laser engraving because we're laser engraving the numbers.
For the first editions or whatever. Yeah. Like if you got in on their founders edition, they laser engrave what number your ECU is.
And yeah, some of the internal stuff. For example, internal parts, seeing all the cases, it's billet, aluminum, everything really. It's a very complex product in comparison to everything that really exists in the industry right now, because it's not just a ECU with more inputs and outputs. It's really connectivity, camera, and artificial intelligence capable, huge capacity of processing, even video processing, audio processing. For example, in the future, the microphone can pick the engine RPM plot from the opponent, for example, and you can literally translate that into a map or a channel into the data log. So imagine you can have your your engine RPM, but you can have opponent engine RPM plot on the same data log.
Oh wow.
Okay, stuff like that, you know what I mean? That's potentially what we
I
can
feel
do.
like that's cheating.
Yeah.
That's potentially what can be done, obviously.
Yeah.
Because what we usually do is every time we do a new hardware product line is really do the absolutely most powerful possible today. Then usually in the next 10 years we're going to implement software for using all that hardware.
I'm gonna have to buy one for my truck. I gotta have it. I gotta have it. I just bought a 600. I'm gonna have to have a 700.
It's unbelievable.
We have that custom backpack made,
Oh
and then that is the package for the 700. So the blister comes inside, and then you can use.
Look, you can lock it.
I know. Is this only for the Founders Editions, or is that when you buy a 700?
No, every 700 will come with one of them. Actually, that comes
Sold.
here. The backpack is inside, and then inside of the backpack is the ECU.
Golly, man.
We'll have a couple.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm excited for, like PRI show, we were going to deliver the first ones over there. So the people walking with that at PRI show, that would be so,
Yeah.
that would be so cool.
And they're gonna be like this too.
Yeah.
Smiling the whole time.
Yep.
Not me. I think I'd be like this, and I'd be like, "Where's my car?"
Yep.
Go put it in it.
You see, we have more. So right now is really the final stages of
Yeah.
finishing, testing, packaging.
Just one of these.
And these are,
That's what I want.
the bezel is removable, so you can.
It's got like a sunshade on it, right,
Yes.
to kind of stop the glare.
Yeah,
And
because if you wanna do an insert on your dashboard, this
Yeah.
will be easier. Then if not, you just put like that.
Yep. And move to a USB-C for the connectivity now. That's cool.
But honestly, with the Wi-Fi, probably not going to use much
Yeah.
as much as you need. Because also it has Wi-Fi, so if you have Wi-Fi on the trailer, every time the car reaches Wi-Fi, it automatically uploads everything, downloads, and then you don't even have to touch the ECU.
No. From the trailer, you just send it to the car.
Yeah.
Or from Brandon.
Yeah.
know?
Yep.
Mostra tutto. So this is without the bezel, the plus. So if you want to just
Put that like
flush
into
mount,
your.
Flush mount.
yeah, little bezel. Yeah. And we'll see. It's hard to explain how hard it is to develop a product by that, because every single, this is like fully designed by us. The design team fully designed the plastic pieces, the stamp, the billet ones, the rubber. You see the details.
Amazing.
The glass also is a custom made because it has incorporated logos and little LEDs and that kind of stuff. So this is the actual ECU, the 700 ECU. Pretty much the processor, all the chips. And in between in between the layers, it's like this. I think it's 10 layers of trails inside. There's so much things to connect.
Yeah. Like all them plugs.
Yep.
Every one of them ports.
Yep. That's an injector driver.
A lot of checking.
So pretty much the assembly line here is switched to a product that we were making at that time. So some complex products, let's say that week, we switched this assembly line to become 700. Then next week it will be 600, and or days, depends on how complex. And then we do a batch of a few hundreds and do the next product. See more 700. We're getting serious.
So is every 700 that you're making right now, are they all sold? Is that just to fulfill the current orders?
We sold out, let's say, the Founders Edition. What we're doing next, we're making sure we're delivering all of them to open back to selling normal. And we expect to deliver the Founders by the end of December.
Yeah.
So January we should start with the sales.
Nice.
Maybe next season we'll get one.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. That's going to do stuff that we have no idea. that
Oh,
it can
for
do.
sure. That we'll never even learn about.
But still.
Yeah. I mean, hell, the 600 does stuff that we don't even know about.
Yes. Oh yeah, there's 5 things that he could tell me about the 600 right now. I didn't go, what?
Yep.
And we've had one for 3 years.
Yep.
2 years?
The 600? Oh, man,
3.
we had it for like 5. We had it.
Yeah, it was the first one in the
was
turbo.
released in 2016.
Okay, yeah.
8
That's how long we've had it.
Yes.
It's about to be 9 years old.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you really think it's a long time. Yes, these are some areas that were adapted because this was the high price inventory items. And that was the worst possible location for that in the
man.
past.
It's all underwater, huh?
Yes, it was a terrible decision.
Yeah, but who
Yeah.
knew, you know?
Because everything was, let's say, and when the flood came, or flood alert was here, we pretty much stacked 5 or 6 pallets under this. And we thought, oh yeah,
It's going to be good.
oh, it fit high, even say on the shelves. Pretty much, literally, we got from this shelf and put on here, and everything was like that. And we thought, okay, if it goes above that, then
prepared.
the world will be ending.
Yeah.
It will be the end of the world. This space is pretty much what we will have, like some of our cars or projects. Some clients, sometimes they leave the car here. We offer them to leave the car here so people come see. We want to open a door here for the store.
Yeah, to go into the showroom.
Yeah, it's actually, so if you come to the showroom, you can actually walk through the cars in the show here.
Yeah.
And see that. And this is our shop for R&D and development of the projects. That's it.
Yep. Pretty amazing, man. You could cut my legs off, I still wouldn't fit in this thing.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, man. 1000cc engine.
Death cart.
Yep. I think he's gonna fire it up.
Thought it was going to be
It's not, though. He said he thought it was gonna be easy.
Oh. These though.
They tins, but they keep them clean.
Yep.
Pretty cool. Yeah, that thing's cool.
the electric.
Oh, it is electric.
Yeah.
0 emissions, it says.
Compensate some.
Oh. Wow. That's clean, huh?
Yeah.
Is it still the standard? Or not?
This we did because it keeps the gears. You can still shift gears, everything.
Really?
Let's take for a ride.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, see
Yeah.
Go inside.
I like
You drive.
You want me to drive?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. Man, hey.
Nice and roomy?
I could do a bug.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do a bug. Who's getting in the back?
Hey,
Phantom?
No.
Oh. You say I'm not real sure.
No.
I couldn't do the back seat.
So here.
All right, what are we doing
A
here?
lot bit of blood.
Yeah.
Just all over.
Let's say. Second, just. Slightly.
Just give it a little throttle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's in reverse.
On the first moment of the pedal action.
was that?
Dude, listen, man.
Take him for art.
I'm gonna just throw this out there right now. I'm gonna build a bug.
Are you?
Dude, they're so cool, man. I didn't realize that I fit in them like this.
Fit in it?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Look at me. Of course I fit in it. Y'all get in.
To find it, the reverse switch to put it. You like that?
That thing's cool. I like it. Maybe I didn't realize I was a bug fan.
Yeah.
I like.
I like it. That's cool. Cool. Nice too. Nice and clean.
You know, Brazil is very famous by having so many of these Volkswagens because, especially the Volkswagen bus, Brazil has the most of the world.
I've always known that I wanted a VW bus. It's just in America you can't afford them.
Yeah, so a lot of people, they, especially because of the restoration services here are so much cheaper than the US and great quality. A lot of people restore them here and ship to the US. And that's why we see so many Brazilian Volkswagens.
That's probably what we need to do then.
Okay. You excited about Velopark now?
Oh yeah, always.
Okay.
Always.
Let's go. Thank you, man.
Thank you for everything, man. Appreciate
Thank
the
you.
tour.
Appreciate it.
It's an amazing time, and amazing cars, and it's amazing how clean everything. I know that we've said this last time we were here, but the paint jobs, the body work, everything over here is, God, it's amazing, man.